Okay, welcome to Year 8 Science Online with Henny van Vieren.
Good morning, guys. Welcome to another lesson here with Science at Year 9. Year 8, what am I saying? Anyways, I hope your lockdown is going fine and that you are still managing to keep up with all the work and not feeling overwhelmed and getting too distracted. I know with my kids here at home, they sometimes do get distracted easily and they'll start watching, I don't know, something on YouTube, and the next moment they've spent an hour on it. So, yeah, it happens all over the place, but I'm sure you guys are keeping up. Anyways, we need to further prepare ourselves for our upcoming test, which is next Thursday. So that is in exactly 9 days from now, but it will be this exact period on day 5. Okay, um, and then it will also be the next day on the Friday. So the first day you're going to do just a practical, and you're going to do that in groups and collect your data. You'll collect your data on your own computers, and then the next day you come in and then you have to complete one of these reports, and that's why we're practicing them again and again so that you are ready and prepared. Okay, so without further ado, let's get on with it. So if you look at on our OLE page, I added a countdown timer for you, and you will see that 1 week, 2 days, 20 hours, and 2 minutes away from now. In other words, next Thursday at 10:50. So I think that's period 3. We will start. Alright, so our data. Okay, remember we open up Excel. Sorry, that's just on my other screen. So we're opening up Excel. We grabbed a blank workbook and we started. And what was the independent variable? The independent variable was the mass of the weight. Okay. And then our dependent variable was the number of swings. And in brackets, we can say they were 20 centimeters. Number of swings greater than 20 centimeters. Yeah, number of swings greater than 20 centimeters. And what is our unit for mass? Actually, our unit for weight is G for grams. Okay. Alrighty, so there's our 2. But remember, we did repetitions as well. And because we did repetitions, we're going to add another column. Now, to add in a column, I hope you guys can all see, so let me just zoom in. We simply click. And can you see how that plus changed to a down arrow? So that means I select the whole column. I right click while I'm on that green, and then I say insert. Wing, and it moves it across. Okay, and then over here we call it repeats. I've put that in the wrong place now, so I actually want it down here. And we can remove this. Okay, so let's say the first one that we did was 50 grams. So that was when it didn't have anything on it. For repeat number 1, we ended up with, let's say, I don't know, 12. And look at this, if it's 50, now remember we don't put the G in, okay? I made a mistake there. So if it's 50, 50, and 50, and we did 3 of them, the nice thing again about Excel, we highlight them, and then see there where it says merge and center. We click there, and then merging cells only keep the upper left value and discards. In other words, it's only going to keep the top one, and the rest will be thrown away. Bing! And then we can go up here and it's in the middle. So now those three numbers there is going to correlate to this. And then over here we're going to have an average. You agree? So if you wanted to, we can call this average number of swings. Okay, and then we can call this, let's leave it there for now. Okay. Alrighty. And on average, we want to merge and center them as well. So I'll click at the top one, drag down for 3, and I'm going to click on merge and center. Okay, there we go. So the first one was 12, then 13, and then 12 again. I know your numbers are going to be different, but we'll get to that. Okay, the next one was 100, and we'll do that merging and centering in a moment. So for 100 we had 22, 25 and 24, and then we went 150 and we had 36, and then we had a 22, which was really strange. Then we had a 35 and a 34, so then we decided this one is going to be an outlier. Okay, so we then make just a note of it out here, outliers, and we'll put it in there. Okay, now when I right click, I can say delete, and then Excel is going to mean, do you want it to shift it left or shift it up? So then you say just shift it up, and look, there they are back. Okay, and then we did 200 grams. Okay, and for 200 grams it was at 55, it was 57, it was 59. Then we said 250, and at 250 we had 76, 80, and maybe 78. Alright, so there's our values. Now I'm going to highlight, merge and centered, and bring it to the middle. And then I'm going to highlight, merge and center, bring it to the middle, highlight, merge and center, bring it to the middle, highlight, merge and center, and bring it to the middle. Alrighty, and now we do the same on this side, because this is where our averages are going. So just merge and center, bring it to the middle, merge and center, bring it to the middle, merge and center, bring it to the middle, and merge and center, bring it to the middle. Now I just want to see if we highlight all of this and we tell him to format as a table. I want to see what Excel does with that. Yeah, it takes our merging and centering away, so let's not do that. We can rather do that manually. So, easiest way to do it manually, we highlight the ones we want, and this over here are all the borders. So if we can go to more borders, and then if that is our table, we can say, okay, we want a nice thick border around the outside, and then we want thin borders through the middle. Okay, watch what happens now. Ping. And then if we wanted a thick border around the headings, we can just do there and then go thick border there. Bang, no problem. Just make that a little bit smaller so that it fits. There you go. I hope you're happy with that. Now, how do you calculate average? It's actually quite easy. So we click there. We can do it one of two ways. So the first way is you go up here to auto sum. So just like auto sum says, if you wanted to create a sum of something, sum means to add them all together. You click on sum, and then you can click the ones you want and enter. So if you add 12 and 12 and 13, you're going to get 37. That is summing them. Okay. If we, for instance, wanted to sum all of them, just for interest's sake, to see how many times you counted the swings, you can do that. So you counted the swings there 619 times. So you can use this sum method to obviously add anything you want to. Okay, So, but that's not important for this lesson. Then what we want to do is we want to do average. Okay, so you click on average. You saw where I got it right there. And then you highlight the ones you want, because if it keeps it like this, it's going to include the 50, and we don't want that. So we just click and drag and enter. There's our average swings. Another way of doing that is you click on this little function button right there. It says insert function. You can also go insert and function. Where is it? Huh. That's how we used to do it in the old days, but I see they moved it. That's interesting. Okay. Insert function. It's right there. Okay, insert function. And what do you want to do? You want to do an average. And you say enter. There it is, average. You say okay. And then it says which numbers. And you click on this little arrow there. And then you drag. Now, there's no number 2 because we put everything into number 1. And we say okay. How that second one works, let me show you. Its average is already there. I click it, say okay. If you wanted to, for instance, do all the first swings, so that one, then number 2 is going to be that one, and number 3 is going to be that one, and number 4 is going to be that one, and number 5 is going to be that. You use that when your data is not next to each other. Okay, and you can see that already. It says our answer is going to be 40 times 2. So Excel will automatically add them together and divide it by the number of ones that you see. Okay, so there it's just telling us you might have made a mistake because that one is not included, but that's exactly how we want it. Now, remember, we can just now tell Excel, do the same for all of these, because this is 3 of them there. So instead of going AutoSum, average, here, enter, AutoSum, average, here, enter. As long as all your data has got 3 points in it, okay, then you can simply say, you know what, remember, if I pull that down, that little button there, it's going to do the same thing downwards, and it works the same with formulas. Bang. Now we have our data nicely. This is collecting of data. We can now take this table over here and go paste it into our Word document. Okay, that's nice and neat, and everybody can see exactly what's going on. But we want to draw a graph from it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm taking the whole thing and I'm copying it, and then at the bottom here I'm going to make a new sheet. Okay, there's my new sheet. I click anywhere I want to, and then I right click, but this time instead of saying paste, we say paste values only. Bang. Okay, and if we paste the values only, it takes out the merge and centered. So I'm going to delete this whole column because we don't need it anymore, because that's on the previous, it stays on the previous page. Okay, so remember it's still here, but now we have the averages, and I'm going to now just take out all these blank lines by clicking, left clicking there, selecting, and then right clicking, delete, delete, right click, delete, right click, delete. Now we have the mass and we have the averages. Okay, so we highlight those, we go back to insert, we want to do a chart or a graph, and we use this one, that's insert scattergram, and we choose this guy. Bang. And we can change our styles as always, and then we need to add the axis titles. There you go. And the axis title for this one is going to be number of swings, and our independent variable, the one that I changed, was the mass. There we go. we can clearly see the higher the mass goes, the higher the swings, which means the higher the inertia. Okay, that then goes back into our Word document. We can copy that whole thing, and there you go. So I hope you guys found this tutorial helpful. Let me know. You can email me, you can phone me on Teams, you can send me a Teams chat, but I hope this helps you guys. And if I know anything about you guys, I think you will be using Excel a lot in the future, so it's good that we start using it now. Okay, remember there's always different ways of doing the same thing. My way is not necessarily the best way, it's just the way that I do it. If you have a shortcut or you don't want to do like the merge and all of that, you don't have to. We will not mark you down as long as all your data is in there. Okay. Okay guys, thank you so much. Please complete the Word document and the graph and the table. You don't have to do this for tomorrow, because doing the whole Word document for tomorrow is going to be a lot of work, but yeah, we'll work on that. I'll just do some other work, then we'll work on it again tomorrow. Okay, have a great day, look after yourselves, keep safe, wash your hands. Okay, thanks guys, bye.